once again, Silver Wings is about a dear friend who passed away. Her name was Wendy. But more than that, Silver Wings is a song that is created from dreams. And I feel like dreams are an extremely important element in my songwriting. And I've taught some songwriting workshops. And I always say, please, if you want to become a songwriter, write your dreams down. You know, put a little recorder unit by your bed, or if you're like a pencil and paper type, you know, don't think, well, as you're waking up, you go, man, that's a brilliant thought. I said, you won't remember it. This has happened to me many times where I think, that's a song, wow, that's a song. And then I go, I'll just roll over and catch a few more winks and I'll remember that, it's so vivid. And then I wake up and there's no recall. So then I've taken to, well, write it down, make yourself write it down, then go back to bed. And a lot of times that's really fertile ground for songwriting. So it was in Europe. We were touring in Holland because of the Love and Whiskey success. And I had a band there that time. We were doing a sound check, and that particular little riff that makes the body of Silver Wings just came to me on stage while we were doing sound check. And all of a sudden the drummer started playing along. And then we had a fretless bass on that tour, and then he started playing along. And it got so beautiful that I went, this is a song. And I went back to the room. I had written down some dreams. Perfect. You know, and I took those words and I took the music that this band was like creating it almost with me. Put those two things together, and even though we were in Holland, we rented a studio, even though it was going to come out on an American release, because the band was really right on the feeling, and that's where that recording came from. It's like this sort of the high of being on the road together, the high of this band playing so beautifully together, and then recording it right away to capture the feeling. And I find, like, when I sing the song live, people really resonate with it because it's a song, dreams about flying. I don't mean in an airplane, I mean just like flying, you know. Dreams about an old house where I used to live, my dear friend Wendy. You know, there's many things in there. There's many things in that song. It's sort of, you can't interpret it literally, but it obviously has some kind of universal meaning in it because a lot of people seem to resonate with that song.
Two houses were born in a very different time, and I saw one from above as I circled in a cloud, and I was flying in a cloud, and I had white porches, small windows. It had a wild front yard. It had a wild front yard, and I was flying. I didn't want to fall down. I was flying, trying not to fall down too far with my faith. Faith can pull me on silver wings, silver. Hey, well, I heard a voice, and it was Wendy saying, she said, a soul wants to be born. She said, you will be its mother. You know you are its chosen one. I was nursing a baby. He was my own little child, oh baby now. Then he looked at me so wild, and he had laughter in his eyes, but I was crying. I didn't want to fall down. I was crying, trying not to fall down too far with my faith. My faith can pull me up on silver wings, silver. Well, I had a friend, and she was wise and patient. She had raven black hair, and her eyes were morning blue. You know she always spoke the truth, and she rode white horses that she raised on the farm. Many birds were singing, there were birds everywhere, and she not to fall down too far with her faith. Faith can pull her up on silver, silver. Oh, yeah. And I was flying, I didn't want to fall down. I was flying, trying not to fall down